T-minus 50 seconds. T-minus 40 seconds. T-minus 30 seconds. T-minus 20 seconds. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Women's Wrestling Talk, the #1 women's wrestling show on the planet.
There we go. What's up, y'all? Welcome to Women's Wrestling Talk. My name is TK Trinidad. Santana is on her way. But, I want to get the show starting since we have so many people in the chat. What up, Bosa? You on the Women's Wrestling Talk news train now? I see you. Yeah, we're going to be doing this every Thursday at 3 o'clock, so definitely tune in. I don't know why I look so blurry, but and we have a lot to talk about. And then happy birthday, Bobby. What up in the 416? Hey, Michael, Adam, how are you guys doing? So we have a lot to talk about. It's kind of a light news week per se. Like there's a lot of stuff going on, but nothing too serious, which is refreshing. Given the last couple times, we are preparing for Elimination Chamber, so that's pretty cool. However, I want to talk about Ronda Rousey. So you guys let me know in the chat. I kind of not predicted, but I anticipated Ronda. Oh, here we go. Santana with the hair, though. Okay. Damn. I knew I should put some makeup on. Your mic.
Okay, I'm here.
I know, right?
Okay.
Ooh, the hair is all right. Like, I feel like I'm very much underdressed, but it is what it is. Here we are. And, I showed up. That's half the battle. What up, Miss Santana? How are you doing?
I'm great. I just got out of training for work. I haven't been on the phones this week, so I had to worry about nobody yelling in my ear. So, thanks, you guys, for the hair compliments.
There you hear. Shout out to Chaz in the chat. So I want to talk about Ronda Rousey, and I actually haven't spoken to you since the Royal Rumble. I did speak to you, but I don't think we spoke about the Royal Rumble. What did you think about? I think we did talk about it before. We did a kind of a mini prediction. What did you think of Ronda showing up, and what are your thoughts now? Because she has a lot of show dates, so it looks like I haven't really seen it. Maybe both in the chat, you can let us know if she's fulfilling the contract that she had before, prior to Baby, or is this a whole new contract? So what do you think of Ronda right now in her situation?
I can still care less. Nothing. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like when she came in 2018, it was a great moment. I will say that. Oh wow, Ronda. She has had some moments in WWE where she's either had a match or because she's affiliated with Shayna Baszler and being a part of, supporting her along the way with the Mae Young Classics. Mm-hmm. So to see her get her, opportunities and whatnot. I mean, why Shayna hasn't gotten those opportunities either? You know what I'm saying? But, for her, because Shayna's an amazing wrestler. She can cut a great promo. She doesn't have to worry about nothing. She's trained, you know what I'm saying? But as far as like Ronda coming back, that's great. Did I want her to win the Rumble? No. What does that do? The whole spotlight is on her and her decision or this thing she has with Charlotte or what she has with Becky and so on and so forth. That's great that she's coming to live event. She's supposed to come to Mississippi.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I may see her in person.
Well, it's kind of one of those things, like now that she has the option between Becky and Charlotte, it kind of the timing to me seems like it's perfect, because if she were to come back at, you know, WrestleMania or any other time, she wouldn't have that those options per se.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's kind of almost like a built-in storyline. So I actually think this is kind of the best time for her to come back. And, you know, hopefully, you know, she had, you know, the first time was like a run through. Now she kind of knows the game. She knows how it is. Yes, she's going to be from February 11th, which is tomorrow, I think, or is that today?
Yeah,
Tomorrow.
it's
She's going to be
tomorrow.
at Smoothie King Theater in New Orleans, and she has dates all the way up until essentially WrestleMania. So
Yeah.
we don't know if she's going to be after that, or she's going to take a break because she's, like, you know, on a different type of contract. But the timing seems perfect. If you're going to utilize her, you definitely want to utilize her now, because there are, from what I've heard, there are a lot of wrestling fans like yourself who could care less. But mainstream media, of course, ate it all up, which is, I think, the reason why they did it. So it makes sense on that side of things, and building up to WrestleMania, because they want more eyes and all this other good stuff. So, you know, of course, I don't like the fact that it took away from Bianca and the other ladies, but, you know, again, and then Shayna does deserve more of a push. Like, I don't think she should have been a tag team partnership with Nia Jax. Like, it worked out that she did get a belt and all this other stuff, but there's so many other things that they could have done with her. You know, but that's already done, and we'll see what happens. Maybe there'll be some type of alliance between Ronda and Shayna, and then, you know, Ronda passes the baton while she's gone, you know, something. But, you know,
Passing
we'll
the
see.
baton to who?
Well, Ronda
I'm not passing the baton to Shayna. I mean, because
Oh, you're funny. This is a good question from Bobby. Do you think that Ronda will wrestle at Elimination Chamber February 19th?
if she does, I hope they beat her up. But I don't think she should be in the elimination chamber. What does that do for the girls we have right now? I mean,
Well,
if she goes in there, people are gonna already suspect that she's gonna win
right.
automatically, and it could possibly happen that she does win. So then that's like, boo, bummer. What was the point?
Well, again, like I said on Playing Times, WWE doesn't care about our feelings, so it's about mainstream media. So she does win an Elimination Chamber. Now she's won the Royal Rumble, Elimination Chamber. That kind of makes it even more tantalizing that you want to watch her at WrestleMania to see, you know, what happens if she gets the belt and all this other stuff. You know, that there's now, I'm actually kind of curious, because, you know, Nikki did say that she's possibly on a year contract. What does that look like? Does that look like she's going to have the belt most of the time? Does that look like she's going to be, you know, having a feud in anticipation of getting the belt? Like, what does that look like? I'm kind of curious to see how they play that out.
I mean, last time when she was here, majority of the time, what did she have? The belt.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't like she lost it or got taken off her in the middle when she had to chase it. She's never had to chase a title.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it's kind of just been handed to her.
So what, she has to chase it now, though?
She got to work her way back up. Like, I mean, I feel like I personally feel like she should have been worked her way up. You stepping into this ring. I don't care if you had a match with Stephanie McMahon. What does that do? Stephanie can barely wrestle herself. You need real opponents, Ronda. You need to be in there with some real wrestlers. But don't nobody want to be in the ring with you because you hurt people.
Which is the whole factor. Like, I get it. I definitely would have loved her to start from the bottom, but given the fact of who she is, I mean, that wasn't happening. But, you know, we'll see what happens. This is just kind of a funny story. I didn't put this in the notes. Becky Lynch, like, she reminds me sometimes of Bailey with her you know, snapbacks or comebacks. So Becky Lynch had a few words with Ric Flair. So Ric Flair apparently has a podcast called Woo Nation, where he talked about, you know, Ronda coming back, and Becky referred to Ronda as Ronnie in her promo, which that's what they do. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's they do subtle jabs. They do, you know. So that's that's the thing. That's like so essentially Ric Flair said that Becky needs to put some respect on Ronda's name. And you know, who's Becky? She's big time Bex, or she's the last kicker. She can't decide who she is. And so Becky,
okay, does he want to be the nature boy, the willing, dealing, kiss stealing, son of a gun? Like, who does he want to be? You in women's business. You need to focus on your issue that you got going on. Because you can't keep no woman in your life. So mind your business, Ric Flair. Sorry. I'm just saying. I don't like men in women business always trying to give their opinions and whatnot. Because ain't nobody checking for you no more anyway.
What? He's in all the rap songs. Somebody's checking for him.
He is leeching off of our culture.
Oh so, Lord. Whew. I hope you clip that out and post that on social media.
No relationships with no wrestler or anybody.
So Becky tweeted, I want to post this tweet if I can re-find it. I captured it, but I'm going to tell you what she tweeted and I'll recapture it again for you guys. So Becky tweeted back, work so hard, your heroes become your rivals, then become so good, Ric Flair loses his mind every time you breathe. Becky Lynch, February 2/22. So, you know, Becky could pay no mind. And I agree. It's one of those things that, are you inserting yourself in the story? Are they really friends? You know, stuff like that. So Bosa says he's, what did Bosa say? He hated that they were calling. Yeah. And that's the thing too. When I think of the term the man, but was he really the man? Because when I think of the man, I'm thinking of the man, which is a cultural thing. Which I'm assuming might have been before him. I might be wrong. So, you know, did he really come up with it, or he just appropriated it?
Well, who really knows what Ric Flair come up with these days? He just knows.
Oh goodness. You don't. So kudos for Becky for, you know, shooting back. She doesn't, you know, care about his age, and you know, she's not going to put respect on Ronda's name. She's going to call her Ronda or Ronnie, and do whatever she wants to do.
Ronda did come out there and call her Rebecca. So, Ronnie, we get what you get back.
There it is.
Call her legal name, and you think she's supposed to come out there and give you the respect? Come on now,
yeah.
Ronnie,
I mean, you're playing the dozens. This actually leads to our next story. Bobby has a good question. Who's the next challenger for Jade Cargill in the TBS Championship? So it looks like she's going to have a match with, I think it's AQF. Oh, AQA, excuse me. AQA on Dynamite. So what do you think? Do you think that Jade's going to have this belt for a long period of time? Or, you know, do you think they're prepping her for something?
I mean, as of right now, it seems like it's a possibility that they could have this belt on her for a while until they actually have a specific opponent that they will like to take that title off her. Who I think her next challenger should be, I think it should be some training people, like a performance center should be her next challenger, because baby girl is still very green in the ring.
That's exactly what JD says.
I love Jade. I really do. I love her persona. I love her presence. It's there. You know what I'm saying? It just sucks the fact that the ring skills do not match what I'm looking for. And it sucks because she hasn't been put in matches with people who can at least either make her look good or anything like that. Yeah, her and AQA had a nice match last night, but she's not in there with people who are like, powerhouses, I guess. I mean, me and Nikki, we were talking about this the other night where, maybe she, I know people thrash on WWE, but they performance center, they're going to make sure that those people go out there and look good, even if there is botches, because I know we all seen botches happen. However, I mean, if she was in there with some people of her stature, like in size and in power and all that, I feel like that would be a way to kind of help her out. But and I know that she's getting trained by Daniel Bryan. That's great. But like Mercedes Martinez said in the interview we did with her, you male trainers, they can teach you so much, but they can't teach you about the woman's body. So if she gets a woman trainer, then hey, I think that'll be great to kind of teach her how to learn how to be comfortable in her height, as well as knowing her strength too. So I mean, putting her up against a bunch of people that I don't know, it just doesn't do anything. It's just like, okay, tonight Jade is going to wrestle a trash bag and find out if she's going to keep the title. That's really all it is.
Yes, she definitely is green. But I think we all predicted it. Like all the conversation I had, I think there wasn't anybody. It was between her and Thunder Rosa. And, of course, the match with Thunder Rosa on the women's championship side makes a little bit more sense. Hey, Stephanie. But it's just kind of one of those things where
I didn't want her to win the title from the jump. Like I
didn't want her to win the title either, but I think we all knew it was going to happen.
Yeah, but I still did not want her to win that title. Like they was already, claiming it, pushing it out there to say Jade is going to be the first person, putting it out there in the universe. Y'all didn't have to do that. Y'all should have left that on the ground somewhere. Y'all did not have to pick it up and throw it out there in the universe because it doesn't do anything,
And then Nikki had a good thing with Ruby Soho getting the championship. Like that, she would have also been a really great choice, especially since coming off of WWE, especially like all the hype that surrounded her. I think that would have been a good choice. However, between Jade and Ruby Soho, as far as or mainstream media standards, Jade is the it girl. And I think that's why they really leaned towards her. It makes sense, as court, because you could put her anywhere and she'll relate. And let's just be honest, being a Black woman, even though there's negative things are happening, it's really good to be a Black woman because things are also happening in a positive way. So now you can tote the fact that you're diverse and all these other little accolades that you can do yourself that you can't necessarily do with Ruby Soho. So yeah, it's very clear that it's more of a strategic thing versus what makes sense in the wrestling universe. But what do you think? She's going to go through the locker room and then what? Like, how long do you think that she will have this strap on her?
Me personally, if I was to choose someone that I would like to see her lose the title to, me personally, I still want that one-on-one with Jade and Nyla Rose. Like I want Jade and Nyla Rose to have a one-on-one. I know they had a little triple threat match with Thunder Rosa, but I want that one-on-one with Nyla and Jade. It could have happened when they had their little scuffle in the casino battle royal. It could have.
Right.
But I still want Jade and Nyla. I feel like Nyla could be that possible perfect opponent for her.
Right.
I know that, even if she gets in the ring with Serena Deeb, I know she has talked about in the interview that she wants to, out of all the women in the locker room that she hasn't wrestled, she wants to wrestle Serena Deeb. And we know Serena Deeb is an amazing wrestler. She does a few training and producing backstage and whatnot. And she's really been on like a roll since she's kind of been having her back feud with Sheeta and whatnot. So I mean, I don't think they will let her win the title, but I feel like she could help Jade kind of shine in a way that Jade should shine as a champion. He is an addy of AEW, to be honest. I agree, Nikki.
That's what Nikki said. Shout out to Nikki. Shout out to Nikki and Stephanie, part of our Women's Wrestling Talk crew in the chat. Y'all should just came on. I'm just saying it's not, exclusive, but it is what it is. I guess everybody not be TV ready. Stephanie says, I almost wish AEW did a Forbidden Door thing and let's that would be amazing. But FYI, y'all, this is going to be dropping in a couple hours. We did do an interview with Mickie James, some breaking news about NWA Empower that you definitely want to check out. So definitely come back to Women's Wrestling Talk in about 2 hours. But
Mickey said she's at work. Honestly, I know that, we talk about dream matchups and whatnot.
Right.
If Jade can get better in the ring, then I possibly will be okay with seeing a Bianca and Jade in a match. But I would want them to be in a feud, or I would want them to tag together or something. I feel like both of them in some type of stature, like get them in a faction. Oh, Naomi up in there.
Can we get Bianca and Naomi to tag together? Like, can we like that? That seems like it's so. Now I'm going on like a rant. That seems like it's so much more possible because they're on the same. They're on the same promotion that like that should have made sense. They do TikToks together. Like they're obviously friends.
Yeah,
like
but they're on different
sense.
brands though. Naomi.
Who cares? Put them on Put them on the same brand. Like that's
not.
Like you can do that. Like what I'm saying. Like
I think that if they were to put them as a tag and give them, I mean, they're gonna demolish Carmella and Zelina. I'm sorry, they're gonna take them titles away from her. They are,
and then why not? I mean, it's very obvious since Ronda came back that Bianca's not necessarily gonna be in the picture for a little bit, at least to SummerSlam, unfortunately. Right. So why not give them? And then, obviously, yes, Naomi had, the one over Sonya and she won, stuff like that. But, they can only go so much further with that. Like actually give Naomi something of substance to do, because let's also be honest. Naomi is older than Bianca. So she only has so many bumps left. Right. Yeah. So why not see something where they're both in their prime and have them take over and have them go through the locker room? Like, yes, they're on different brands, but, it's a matter of they're no longer on different brands. Like, the person who makes the decision can make that decision and have it make sense. You know why? Because there's so many different storylines where we're for the storyline and all of a sudden next week we don't hear about the storyline and they're looking at us like we're crazy. Like, we don't know what you're talking about. So, yeah. So it's just kind of like, when people say that, and I'm not, obviously not directed at you, Santana, but it's like when people say that, it's like you do realize that this is television. So that means that you can do whatever you want. You know what I'm saying? Like hypothetically, if I want to end this broadcast, I can do that. Like it's just a button. So it's just.
She's not gonna do that, y'all. She's not gonna end it.
I'm not.
She's not gonna do it.
I'm not gonna do that, but I'm just kind of saying, like, it's all a matter of convincing Vince to have it make sense. Like it could make sense. And sometimes there's a lot of stuff, especially with WWE, where it doesn't make sense. We're like, explain to me, Vince, how that makes sense. So, anyway, sorry, that was my
false alarm. False alarm. I'm always reading the chat. I'm always seeing what y'all talking about over here.
Oh my gosh!
I don't think AEW should sign up more people. As far as women,
they just start. Well,
as far as women wise.
You don't think Mia Yim is going to be, since they signed
it's a possibility she could be signed with AEW or she can go back to Impact, and
that would actually, I would rather see her on Impact actually.
So, I just feel like if AEW chooses to sign more women to their women's division, what is that going to do? They're all going to go.
Oh, actually, speaking of Naomi, my bad to cut you off. Yeah. We do have We Ride for Naomi shirts. Just go to our website and you can order yours today. So go to www.talkpod.com. Yeah. I just got all worked up about this. But this is an interesting story. So WoW is coming back. I think it's going to be, they said fall 2022, which is a long time. I thought it was the spring, so they may have moved that. Alex Garcia, she was one of the women who signed. They actually, she was prominent in the signing thing. They had a whole CBS interview. She announced that she's a free agent. And it's just kind of like, so she tweeted, starting today, WoW and I have, what I'm saying? You can't see the tweet, but they have parted ways as I did not see them as a good fit for my current goals and brand. I wish them nothing but the best. And I still plan to support the current girls who are there working hard to show that superheroes are real. So, like, if they're not airing until the fall, what do you think possibly happened?
I mean, if there could have been some maybe some miscommunications back like in the production side of things, or they could have maybe not be ready to launch or air anything. Or maybe it could be a lot of things going on. And I mean the talent, they can't pretty much wait until you decide when you want to kind of do things, especially
Right.
like they have to work. They have to make money to survive, to take care of themselves or their families or whatever.
Right.
So it's like they can't pretty much wait, like until like, maybe she'll come back once they have everything together. But it doesn't seem like they have everything together.
Yeah, the
Um,
lead time for it to start is kind of
it
long,
keeps
especially with
changing.
it's just, they have the backing of CBS, and then they have the backing of oh my gosh. You know what I'm talking about. LA Lakers
You talking about
bus.
the Clippers, or you talking about the
No.
the stadium
Uh,
that they have?
no, what's her name? Damn, Jeannie Buss. She's one of the part owners of WoW. So they have their
Mhm.
money is, and I'm not in her pocketbook, but the money's kind of long. So it's really
Mhm.
interesting that they made the announcement, and then, for it to take almost a full year for it to happen, even though it's a televised scripted show. It's going to be, I'm kind of hoping it's going to have like a lucha feel, like it's going to be
Mhm.
a little bit less campy, that now they have a little bit more money and it's going to be on a major network. But the fact that it's taking a year, I'm really curious as to why. Like, is it a filming thing, or is it getting, because I actually saw a job posting of them looking for wrestlers, so
Mhm.
that was within the last 2 or 3 months. So, I don't know. We'll see. And
Maybe they
again,
keep.
guys, this is all allegedly speculations. Alex Garcia is not with the WoW, but we are just, guessing, because it's part news and part, what we feel. So
Mhm.
don't quote us on that. Unless we send out a press release and somebody quotes the press release, everything else is out for discussion. So just an FYI to my folks who are out there. This last story, which is crazy. China is going to be part of the legend roster in WWE 2K22, the updated roster. So, what do you like? I feel like she's starting to get more love, and people are starting to like. At one point, I felt like people were distancing themselves from her, and now I feel like she's going to get more love, and her story is going to be told. What do you feel?
I honestly feel like a lot of people, they pretty much fans of China have like talked about this for years, like
Hmm.
like literally probably begging Dodie to put her in a game. Of course, we're gonna always get like your Trish and your Alitas and whatnot, but why not get us a China? What I'm saying, women who are we rarely even get in a game anymore. What
Hmm.
about those legends who were here before, and during that time when those who were there and whatnot, not to knock them or anything, but just saying, like, you know it took them, it's like it took them a minute to like open up to say, well, the fans are requesting it. Are you trying to do this to say, well, let's just put a band-aid on the wound because you really want them, her to be inducted into the Hall of Fame, a solo one, not with DX, but she needs one by herself. She
Hmm.
deserves one by herself. she
True.
she definitely deserves one by herself because she has opened up the doors for a lot of women of today. I don't care what type of issues you guys have had back in the day or whatnot. Like, she deserves to have her moment to be in the Hall of Fame. And it sucks at the fact that if she does get that moment, she's not here to be in that moment.
Right.
It still
Hmm.
sucks not being able to see her be a part of the Royal Rumble. Like, imagine if China was still here, the first women's Royal Rumble,
Oh my
her coming
gosh.
out, her coming out in number 30 would have been like, and I think a lot of women in that audience and women at home who grew up and admired China so much would have probably been in tears at the fact that she's still here and able to get that opportunity. you know what I'm saying, to be a part of this and witness this herself and be in the ring with women like a Raquel, like a Beth, like a Bianca, like a Rhea, those powerhouse, like a Charlotte, like those powerhouse women, and you know, lock up with them and so on and so forth. Like she definitely deserves, you know, to be inducted to the Hall of Fame. But I mean, I am happy, extremely happy that she's going to be a part of this game, even if it's with the legends or whatnot.
Yeah, I feel like this would be the perfect year for her to definitely be inducted to the Hall of Fame. It is unfortunate that she's no longer with us, but the ability to have people tell her legacy now, and she has family and she has fans who are like rooting for it. You know, I hope that I definitely would love to see like a documentary on her, but I hope that, you know, it does happen. But we'll see. It's just like I said, like you were saying as well, it's like they're warming up to the idea. And then also shout out to Nikki, our senior writer. There's going to be a top 5 on China next week. So definitely check that out. For y'all who haven't checked out our website, go to www.talkpod.com. We have so much going on there. If y'all didn't know, this is Black History Month, and every day of February, we are dropping an article on a Black female wrestler. And it's not just the current. It's, you know, from the past to present. Because, you know, I feel like when you talk about Black female wrestlers, or you're referring to Black History Month, you name like, you know, the Jazz, the Jacqueline, like you kind of name like almost like the Martin Luther King of them. And there's so many more Black female wrestlers that have made an impact, and that we have to definitely give them their flowers. Like first, Tasha Steele's on Impact. She's been doing an amazing job. And I sent her a DM like, yo, you are killing it. I just want to let you know, I don't want nothing. I'm not asking for anything. I just want to let you know you're doing an amazing job. And it's, you know, definitely allow people to see that type of stuff. So definitely go to our website, www.talkpod.com. Check that out. Go to our social media. We have a lot of posts. Shout out to Santana and the rest of the crew that's doing it. Because, man, that would the social media be kind of bare at the moment because life is kind of a struggle right now. So, you know, it's definitely going to check that out. And then we also have Women's History Month. We're gonna have a lot of stuff dropping as well. So you don't want to miss any of that. Thank you to Michael Adam for the super sticker. We are going to be not implementing that, but you are going to have the option to support Women's Wrestling Talk in in a lot of different ways. So if you want to do a super sticker, if you want to do super chat, you want to do a donation, all that is available to you. And, you know, we'll be a little bit more, not vocal. We'll give you the options. That's coming down the pipe. I think we talked about it all. There was like one other thing that I wanted to talk about, but I can't remember what it was. It wasn't a news story. It was like an item for people. I think it was just the Mickie James thing. We had a very quick interview with Mickie James yesterday, and she said some really insightful things. So, like I said, it's going to be dropping in a couple hours. So definitely check that out. But yeah, thank you, Chad. Yes, I agree. This is a very great channel. And we also will be live tweeting for Impact today. Nikki will be live tweeting like our resident Impact correspondent. That's going to be your additional title. Senior writer and resident Impact correspondent.
I give her, Mika calls Nikki our Impact guru.
Ooh.
It is just, yeah. I feel like everybody has their own name. You know, you're the Canadian assassin. I'm just EIC, you know. I keep it, you know, sometimes people shorten it as the chief, you know. They kind of just
are they short to the chief? Okay.
They do. They shorten it. I don't do it.
Okay.
You never hear out of my mouth. But yeah, I mean, Nikki is our Impact guru. Mika is our indie prima donna.
Oh, okay.
That's what Mika is. Everybody else, I don't really know. They haven't really came up with their own name, but if they want to, they can. That's on them. But as far as everybody else go, everybody has their own signature name.
Oh, they do. And I just remembered, I forgot this last week. I just remembered what we need to do. We do have one sponsor. We actually have another one that we're going to be dropping all of next week. So our sponsor is Riverside FM. So go and check them out. Hey, what's up, guys? My name is TK Trinidad. I'm the CEO of Women's Wrestling Talk.
And I'm the editor-in-chief of Women's Wrestling Talk, Driune Santana.
And let's talk about Riverside.fm, the leading podcast and video creation platform that's changing the game on how creators record content.
Riverside.fm allows you to record studio quality audio and up to 4K videos on their platform. Now you can interview a guest 1,000 miles away and it will sound like you're sitting in the same room.
Damn, 1,000 miles? Okay. It's as easy as using Zoom, but gives you much higher quality audio and video recordings.
Did we mention that they have a mobile app? This allows guests to connect directly from their phone and record content from anywhere. After your content is finished, you can easily grab clips to share them across your social media channels.
Oh, goodness. We definitely need that. Now, if you're looking for a hero platform for all your recording needs, from podcasts to webinars to other video content, you should be using Riverside.fm.
Sign up today so you can focus on your content and leave the quality to Riverside.fm. Use promo code SHIPIT and receive a 30% discount on your first 3 months of your subscription. Make sure you tell them that Women's Wrestling Talk sent you, the #1 women's wrestling show on the planet.
Boom. There it is.
Yeah, y'all saw us and, we changed clothes and everything.
I mean, just quick, because we about it. We about it. With that being said, like I said, well, like Nikki said, and I retweeted, definitely check out Impact live tweeting tonight. Then we're also going to have our after show for SmackDown and Rampage. Check that out. I believe we have 2 more panels coming up next week, which you don't want to miss. And they have 2 other panels coming up at the end of the month that you super don't want to miss. There's going to be 4. I mean, I don't need to say it, but Black female wrestlers. We're going to have a town hall meeting, and it's going to be amazing. And it's also going to be live. So I will announce the date and all that stuff. It's actually going to be the 28th. That's the date. I think it's 2 p.m. Eastern. And I'll announce the wrestlers who are going to be on there as we get closer. And you don't want to miss it because it's going to be live, and you don't know what to expect with live. Other than that,
Sammy, one of our writers, he has like 2 names he like to go by. One, he calls himself the Diva Era Expert because he's a fan of the Diva Era. And then the second name, I wish he would like let go and throw in a trash can. The Sasha Banks guy on DMD, and the only reason he called himself that because him and Sasha Banks were dancing together on video. And some security guy gave him that name. I wish he throw that in the trash. Please and thank you. I'm here for the Diva Expert. I will give you the Diva Era Expert. I will give you that. That second one, delete it.
Oh my! Thank you, the Wrestling Classic. The articles on Women for Black History Month. That is definitely all Santana and the crew, our crew of writers who put that together. It took us a while to put that together, and I'm gonna give you some behind the scenes. For Women's History Month, we've had less time to put it together, so I already want to tip my hat off to the writers. And Santana, because I was like, all right, this is what we're gonna do, and we kind of powwowed, and I was like, all right, cool, I'll talk to you in a few weeks. So thank you so much, because yeah. Other than that, if you guys want to give Santana some flowers, I feel like you should have like a Amazon page or a donation page or something, just for people to just give you money if they want. But if you just want to show her some flowers, show her some love, where can people find you?
I mean, I do have Amazon. I can give y'all the shared link if you want to go in there and buy me some stuff. I have it broken down into various categories. I got home, wigs, clothes, hats. Like, you are welcome to go in there and do what you want to do. But I always tell people just find me on Instagram and Twitter at Driune Santana. And I'm pretty sure I am definitely the only person that pops up. If there's somebody out there that has my name, please let me know. Because they probably can't even pronounce the first name anyway.
That's me. That's all me. I really should, but I was telling Ariane this. Like, I can pronounce her name when she's not there, but the moment I interview her, I always butcher it. So, shout out to Michael Adam. Thank you for the donation. Your podcast is amazing, including your whole entire YouTube channel, the interviews, podcast, and news. Very enjoyable. Thank you. Thank you for watching it. just, for folks who are just joining, don't really know the backstory, I literally spent 2 Christmases ago, spent my whole entire holiday, and this is not like a sob story. I just I need to get all this content on the channel. And I'm really happy that I did, because now you guys can enjoy it. And there's so much more content to put on, but just enjoy the initial. We have our interviews going back all the way to 2017. So definitely, enjoy. It's really great to see some of our older interviews and see where people are now. So all that good stuff. And where you can find all of that is you can go to www.talkpod.com to find our articles for Black History Month, all our interviews, all that good stuff, all our shows, all in one place for you. You can also go to our social media, www.talkpod. And excuse me. And we are also now on TikTok. I'm not operating TikTok, but we have somebody operating TikTok. Shout out to Tiffany. She's going to be operating our TikTok account. So we're going to have a lot of stuff on TikTok that you won't see on other social media platforms. So you might want to go and join that too. WWTalkPod. Other than that, you can find me on everything at TK Trinidad. I feel like I do have my Cash App on there. If you want to do the Cash App, I don't think I have my Amazon. I think I might have took that off. We need a team dance.
No, absolutely not.
Oh my goodness. So yes, shout out to Tiff. Wait, Nikki, do you know Tiffany? Do y'all know Tiffany? Did you guys send Tiffany to me?
No, okay. Nikki is just shouting at everybody.
Because I was like, I didn't know if y'all was friends or something. I was like, because she's good. She's on top of it.
I don't even know who Tiffany is. I don't even know who she is.
We have a new editor, so there's gonna be videos from our current interviews. So for instance, Mickey James, all that stuff is gonna be populating our website, populating our YouTube, populating our social media. So Tiffany's gonna be doing that, and she's gonna be handling our TikTok channel. So shout out to Tiffany. Wrestling Classic. We all love Tiffany. You don't even know who Tiffany is. I'm just messing with you. So you can follow me on everything at TK Trinidad. Thank you guys so much for joining us. We will be here every Thursday. Well, some version of us. Santana and I are the main hosts. And then we have other hosts come in when they can. So there's gonna be some variation of women's wrestling talk every Thursday, talking the news at 3:00 Pacific time. So thank you guys so much for joining. The goal is to do more of this, but again, behind the scenes type stuff. We all got to eat. So yeah. So once we get to that point, then we'll be here every day. So help us help you. Other than that,
I'm trying to quit my job for this. Okay.
From your lips to God's ears, because you and Nikki are amazing, and you all deserve the flowers. And I just want to cut checks for you guys. So that is the goal. So help us help you. That's all I gotta say. Other than that, y'all, ciao.